At the end of Sonic Unleashed, the world is saved. Chip is gone, Dark Gaia is defeated. Every continent is back where it belongs. And Sonic just waves and runs off. No speech, no thank you, no staying. And once you notice that moment, you start noticing it everywhere. Green Hill, Spagonia, the Ark, the entire planet of Wisp aliens, saved, fixed, left behind. Sonic the Hedgehog isn't your typical hero. I would even say that he isn't a hero at all. He's a gunslinger. Now hold on. Before you guys start insulting me in the comments, think about it for a second. Think about how everyone else in Sonic's world operates. Tails builds a workshop and actually lives in it. Knuckles has a literal job, guarding the Master Emerald. Even Shadow, who started as a weapon, eventually becomes a gun agent. He joins an institution. Sonic? No home, no base, no address. A gunslinger who rode into town, handled business, and was gone before the dust settled. But as you know, there's always a villain in a story that the hero has to beat. And here's the thing about Eggman. He doesn't just show up and punch people. He builds infrastructure, factories, surveillance networks, entire cities under his control. In Sonic Unleashed, he cracks the planet open like an egg. Get it? In Sonic Forces, he actually wins, occupies 99% of the world for 6 months. And what does Sonic do? He doesn't build a resistance headquarters. He doesn't form a government in exile. He doesn't draft a plan. He runs straight into the machine and tears it apart from the inside. Stage by stage, badnik by badnik. He frees the animals trapped in the robots and keeps moving. He never takes over what he destroys. He never rebuilds. He never leads. Think about the classic Western gunslinger archetype. They ride into a corrupt town. They don't become the sheriff after taking out the corrupt one. They're already gone. The town has to figure out the rest. That's Sonic. He breaks control, but he doesn't replace it. Now here's where it gets interesting. Because you might be thinking, okay, he's just restless. He just likes running. That's his whole thing. But I don't think it's that simple. Because there's a pattern to what Sonic runs from. In Sonic X, yeah, it's an anime and it's not canon, but it's still revealing. Sonic is visibly uncomfortable in the domestic life Chris's family offers him. He has a nice house, people who care about him, safety. And it suffocates him. He's not running towards something, he's running away from being defined. Every system Eggman builds has the same thing at its core: control. Order imposed on the world. Things put in their place. Roles assigned. And the moment Sonic stayed, the moment he accepted a title, a position, a home, he'd become part of a system. Just a different one. The hero who protects the city is still owned by the city. The guardian with a duty is still bound by that duty. Sonic doesn't fight for freedom and then hand himself over to something else. He keeps moving because movement is the freedom. The second he stops, something will try to define him, and he won't let it. And this is where that attitude starts to look a little different. Because here's the thing, everyone around Sonic grows. Tails goes from a kid who needs rescuing to someone who builds mechs, flies planes, and holds his own. He has an arc. Knuckles finds out his whole history was a lie, processes it, and builds a new sense of purpose. Shadow goes from "I exist to destroy" to something far more complicated. An entire identity rebuilt from scratch. Amy goes from "I chase Sonic" to a genuine leader in her own right. Sonic? Sonic is the same in Sonic 1 as he is in Frontiers. Cool, confident, moving. And at first, that reads as a strength. He doesn't need to change. He's already free. Here's why this framing matters. Because it explains why Sonic has lasted. In the 90s, he was an attitude, a brand. Cool personified to sell consoles. But attitude fades. Brands age. Cool from 1991 gets embarrassing fast. Sonic should be irrelevant by now. But he's not. Because underneath the attitude, there's something real. The Gunslinger archetype is one of the oldest stories we tell. The outsider who helps without being asked, refuses the reward, and moves on. Shane, the man with no name, lone wolf and cub, the Mandalorian, we keep coming back to it because it speaks to something. The fantasy of being completely free from obligation. The cost of that freedom. The loneliness underneath the cool. Sonic carries all of that in a blue cartoon hedgehog across 35 years. It's not an accident. That's a character with a genuine mythic core. So no, Sonic isn't just a mascot. He's not just the fast guy. He's the character who shows up when things are broken, tears down whatever's holding people back, and leaves before anyone can ask him to stay. Not because he doesn't care, but because caring is exactly why he can't. The moment he stays, he stops being the thing that frees people and starts being another thing that needs to be free of. So he waves and he runs and the world gets a little better. And he's already gone. That's not a hero, that's a gunslinger. And once you see it, you can't unsee it.